You might think waking up at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock a.m. every night is just a part of getting older. But what if I told you it has nothing to do with your age and everything to do with what your body no longer absorbs? It's not just stress, it's not just overthinking, and it's not just your bladder. In fact, the real reason millions of older Americans can't sleep through the night is this. Your body is missing one or more essential vitamins, vitamins that used to be naturally produced or absorbed when you were younger. These aren't rare, exotic nutrients. They're simple, science-backed, and often completely overlooked by both doctors and seniors. In this video, I'll show you the 5 most powerful vitamins that can restore deep, uninterrupted sleep, starting tonight. And the best part? They don't just help you fall asleep. They help you stay asleep, wake up clear, and feel like yourself again. Stay with me, because the change you've been waiting for could begin with just one small vitamin. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Vitamin B6 activates melatonin and stabilizes your sleep-wake rhythm. At age 72, Margaret, a retired librarian from Ohio, came to see me, exhausted and frustrated. "Doctor," she whispered, "I go to bed at 9:30 every night, but at 2 a.m., I'm wide awake. I stare at the ceiling for hours. It feels like my brain won't shut off." Margaret wasn't alone. This pattern, falling asleep quickly but waking up in the middle of the night and being unable to return to sleep, is extremely common after 60. And the root cause is often overlooked. The body can no longer produce and regulate melatonin efficiently on its own. You see, as we age, our ability to convert tryptophan, an amino acid found in food, into serotonin and later into melatonin, the sleep hormone, dramatically slows down. The brain needs a very specific helper to make that conversion happen. That helper is vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 acts like a key in the ignition. Without it, the engine of natural sleep doesn't start properly. This vitamin is essential for your body to produce serotonin in the evening, which calms the brain, and melatonin at night, which signals your body to fall into deep sleep. Without enough B6, even the best bedtime routine can feel useless because your brain simply isn't getting the message that it's time to rest. In Margaret's case, we started her on 50 milligrams of vitamin B6, just a small chewable tablet, taken about 60 minutes before bedtime with a cup of warm almond milk. Within 5 nights, she reported falling asleep faster and sleeping through until morning for the first time in years. "I can finally lie down and drift off like I used to," she told me, eyes full of quiet relief. This result is backed by real science. A 2010 study from the University of Adelaide found that older adults who supplemented with vitamin B6 experienced deeper sleep, fewer early awakenings, and even less vivid dreaming, signs of improved REM and slow wave sleep quality. And here's something even more important. Most seniors are unknowingly deficient in B6. Medications for blood pressure, arthritis, or diabetes often deplete it. And because the aging gut absorbs nutrients less efficiently, even a healthy diet might not be enough to maintain optimal levels. If you're finding it hard to fall asleep and even harder to stay asleep, your body might not be tired. It might just be undersupported. One small dose of vitamin B6 could restore your natural sleep rhythm and help you feel like yourself again. But B6 is just the beginning. There's another essential vitamin that works in a completely different way. It doesn't put you to sleep. It tells your body when it's time to sleep. Curious? Let's explore vitamin D and its silent role in your biological clock. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Vitamin D helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. When Harold, a 68-year-old retired postmaster from Arizona, came into my office, he looked worn out, not physically, but emotionally. "Doc, I'm in bed by 10, but I lie there awake until almost midnight, and even when I finally drift off, I'm up again by 3:30. I feel like my body forgot how to sleep." I ran a full panel of labs, and one number jumped out immediately. His vitamin D level was dangerously low, just 16 nmol, far below the ideal range for healthy adults. What most people don't realize, especially after 60, is that vitamin D isn't just about bones. It plays a critical role in regulating your circadian rhythm, your internal 24-hour clock that tells your body when it's time to be alert and when it's time to rest. Without enough vitamin D, that rhythm slips out of sync, making it harder for your brain to produce melatonin at night and harder for you to fall asleep quickly and stay asleep through the early morning hours. Harold's story is not uncommon. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D, and most seniors naturally spend less time outdoors. Add in medications like statins or corticosteroids, and the deficiency becomes even more pronounced. And while many older adults take calcium or multivitamins, they often miss the one nutrient that helps the body know it's time to sleep: vitamin D. Once Harold began taking 2,000 IU of vitamin D3 each morning with his breakfast and a short 10-minute walk outside, he began to notice changes within just 2 weeks. "I don't toss and turn anymore," he said. "I lie down, I exhale, and I'm out." That kind of restful, natural sleep, where the mind calms and the body finally lets go, isn't a luxury. It's what your body was designed for. Vitamin D just helps you get back to that design. Clinical studies support this deeply. One published in the journal Nutrients in 2018 found that older adults with sufficient vitamin D levels experienced significantly better sleep duration and quality and were less likely to wake up in the early hours of the morning. Vitamin D isn't a sedative, it's a signal. It tells your brain, this is the time to rest. It's safe to relax now. And when that signal is clear, your body responds gently, naturally, the way it did when you were younger. But what if your sleep troubles aren't just about your biological clock? What if they're rooted in silent chronic stress inside your body? There's a vitamin that works precisely on that hidden source, and it may be the missing link for many seniors. Let's talk about vitamin C. 3. Vitamin C reduces stress and inflammation for deeper sleep. A few months ago, Eleanor, 74, a retired nurse from Pennsylvania, came to see me with tears in her eyes. "I'm not depressed," she said quietly, "but I wake up every night around 1 or 2 a.m., and my heart feels unsettled. It's like my body's tired, but my mind won't stop running." Eleanor's story is one I hear all too often. And while many people think of vitamin C only as a cold remedy, the truth is it's one of the most overlooked keys to restful sleep in older adults. As we age, our bodies face increasing levels of low-grade inflammation. This can come from arthritis, cardiovascular issues, diabetes, or simply the wear and tear of time. On top of that, stress, emotional or physical, triggers the body to produce cortisol, the hormone that keeps us alert. Cortisol is meant to fall at night, but in many seniors, it remains stubbornly high, blocking the body's ability to fully enter deep, restorative sleep. Vitamin C plays a powerful role here. It helps neutralize oxidative stress, reduce nighttime inflammation, and most importantly, lower cortisol levels naturally, allowing the nervous system to settle and the body to drift into a peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. When I tested Eleanor's nutrient levels, her vitamin C was borderline low. We started her on a simple evening ritual: a small warm drink of 250 milliliters of buffered vitamin C mixed with water and a slice of fresh orange, taken about an hour before bed. Within 10 days, she called me. "I slept through the night, Doc. No more racing thoughts. No more restless turning." She paused. "It feels like my body finally let go." Science agrees. A 2014 study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that seniors with higher vitamin C levels reported better sleep quality, fewer nighttime awakenings, and improved emotional balance upon waking. It's not just about falling asleep, it's about letting the nervous system trust the quiet and allowing your body to heal overnight. Vitamin C doesn't knock you out. It removes the noise, the tension, the hidden inflammation that's been quietly stealing your rest for years. When those barriers are lowered, sleep comes more naturally, just like it used to. But while vitamin C calms your internal stress, what if your sleep is being interrupted by deeper neurological issues, or even hidden inflammation in the brain itself? That's where the next vitamin becomes absolutely critical. Let me introduce you to the protective power of vitamin E. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Vitamin E helps prevent sleep disruptions in seniors with chronic conditions. John, a 76-year-old retired firefighter from Michigan, came into my clinic with a look of frustration I've seen many times before. "I'm in bed by 10. I fall asleep just fine," he said. "But by 1 a.m., I'm wide awake. I feel hot, restless, sometimes my legs twitch. Then I lie there for hours." We ran his labs, checked his sleep hygiene, reviewed his medications. And while many things looked normal on the surface, one number stood out: low vitamin E. For years, John had been managing type 2 diabetes and mild hypertension, like many older adults. But what he didn't realize was that chronic conditions like these often trigger inflammation in the blood vessels and nervous system, particularly at night. This silent inflammation increases oxidative stress, disrupts oxygen flow to the brain, and interferes with the body's ability to enter and stay in restorative sleep cycles. That's where vitamin E comes in, not just as an antioxidant, but as a neuroprotector. It helps stabilize nerve membranes, reduce vascular inflammation, and protect the fragile brain centers responsible for regulating sleep, especially in those with existing health conditions. In John's case, we added 200 IU of mixed tocopherol vitamin E into his evening routine right after dinner. I told him to give it 2 weeks. By our next appointment, he said something I'll never forget. "Doc, I slept from 10 to 6, straight through. No tossing, no getting up. I don't even remember dreaming. It's been years since that happened." Research backs this up. A 2019 study published in Clinical Nutrition S-Pen found that older adults with cardiovascular disease or diabetes who supplemented with vitamin E experienced fewer nighttime awakenings, improved REM cycles, and reduced symptoms of restless legs and nighttime sweating. For many seniors, this is the difference between waking up foggy and waking up restored. Vitamin E doesn't force sleep. It protects the system that allows sleep to happen naturally, even when other parts of the body are under stress. And it does so gently, steadily, and without sedating side effects. But even when inflammation is managed and the nervous system is calm, one final vitamin holds the key to unlocking your brain's full sleep potential, especially for seniors who feel mentally foggy or emotionally off when they wake. Let me show you the powerful brain deep magic of vitamin B12. 5. Vitamin B12 supports deep brain rest and morning clarity. I'll never forget the day Carol walked into my office. She was 81, a retired school teacher from Vermont with soft eyes but a cloud of fatigue behind them. I don't think I'm sleeping wrong, Doc, she said. I fall asleep all right, but I wake up tired. My head's heavy. Sometimes I forget where I left things. I don't feel like myself anymore. We talked for a long time. Carol didn't have depression. She wasn't on any new medications. Her heart was steady. But something in her story told me to dig deeper. So I ordered a full nutritional panel. Her vitamin B12 levels came back borderline low, just under 250 PG, and that changed everything. Vitamin B12 is essential to every stage of neurological function. It helps produce myelin, the protective sheath around your nerves. It keeps your brain cells communicating properly. And perhaps most importantly for older adults, it plays a vital role in regulating the sleep wake cycle at the level of the brain stem, where deep, slow wave sleep is initiated. As we age, the stomach produces less intrinsic factor, a protein necessary to absorb B12. On top of that, common medications for acid reflux, diabetes, or blood pressure can quietly block B12 absorption over time. The result? Seniors like Carol often slip into subclinical B12 deficiency without even knowing it. And what does that feel like? It feels like waking up foggy, even after 7 hours in bed. It feels like your body rested, but your brain never got the message. It feels like you drifted through the night, but never truly dropped into sleep. I started Carol on 500 mcg of methylcobalamin B12, the active form that bypasses absorption issues. She took it in the morning, daily, under the tongue. Within 3 weeks, she returned with a new lightness in her face. I sleep deeper now, she said. I wake up and the fog is gone. It's like my brain finally caught up with my body. Research agrees. A study in Neuroscience Letters found that seniors with low B12 levels had significantly disrupted REM cycles and shallower non-REM sleep. When B12 was restored, both sleep architecture and morning alertness improved dramatically. B12 doesn't make you sleepy. It clears the way for your brain to truly rest. And when your brain rests, you don't just sleep longer, you wake up clear, steady, and grounded. Now imagine this. What if you combined these 5 essential vitamins in the right way, at the right time, tailored to your body? What kind of sleep could you experience then? Let me guide you into that powerful nightly ritual. 6. The right combination. How timing and pairing these vitamins creates natural, restorative sleep. About a year ago, I met Walter, an 80-year-old Navy veteran from Oregon. He sat across from me, upright and sharp, but there was weariness in his eyes. Doc, he said, I've tried everything, melatonin, teas, even over-the-counter sleep aids. Nothing helps me stay asleep. I fall asleep fine, but I'm awake by 1:30 and can't get back down. It's like my body's tired, but out of sync. Walter's story is exactly why I began studying not just individual vitamins, but the way they work together, especially in older adults whose sleep rhythms have become fragmented. Each vitamin we've discussed, B6, D, C, E, and B12, plays its own role. But in isolation, they're like musicians tuning their instruments. When timed and paired correctly, they form an orchestra, and your body begins to sleep in harmony again. For Walter, we didn't rely on a single pill. We created a rhythm. In the morning, he took vitamin D and B12 to support alertness, mood, and energy regulation, setting the tone for a healthy circadian cycle. After dinner, we introduced a warm drink with vitamin C and E, allowing his nervous system to wind down and inflammation to settle. And about 45 minutes before bed, a small dose of vitamin B6 to assist his brain in converting serotonin into melatonin. Within 10 days, he called me. "Doc, I haven't slept like this since the Navy." He laughed. I lie down, and the next thing I know, it's 6:30. No waking up, no pacing the hallway, just deep, peaceful sleep. This kind of outcome isn't magic. It's biology done right. Seniors often need small, consistent doses of these nutrients, paired with a calming evening routine and proper hydration. When done with intention, these vitamins don't force sleep. They restore your body's natural capacity to sleep, deeply, fully, and without interruption. But there's one more thing I haven't told you yet. Something that ties it all together, not a vitamin, not a pill, but a gentle shift in how you approach the night itself. If you've stayed with me this far, you're about to learn the final, most overlooked secret to reclaiming restful sleep after 60, the quiet ritual, your gentle path back to restful sleep after 60. If there's one thing I've learned after decades of caring for older adults, it's this. Restful sleep doesn't come from forcing your body, it comes from listening to it. You've spent your whole life giving to others, you've raised families, worked hard, carried responsibilities, and navigated loss and change with grace. But now, in this chapter, your body is asking for something simpler. It's asking to be restored. And that starts with sleep, the kind that comes gently, the kind where you lie down, exhale, and drift off naturally. The truth is, deep sleep after 60 is possible, not through sedatives, not by pushing harder, but through small, intentional steps, the right vitamins, taken at the right time, a warm cup in your hands, dim lights, soft breathing, and a mind allowed to settle. This isn't just about science, it's about rhythm, peace, and care. I've seen it happen, like it did for Walter, and Carol, and Eleanor. They didn't need a new mattress or a prescription. They needed a rhythm, a ritual, a return to what their bodies once did without thinking. So tonight, give yourself permission. Prepare your drink. Take your vitamins with purpose. Turn down the lights. Put your worries aside just for now. You've done enough today. Sleep will come, not as a struggle, but as a homecoming. And if you're wondering exactly how to begin this gentle nighttime ritual, I've created a simple guide you can follow step by step. Let me walk you through it, night by night, until your sleep returns quietly, beautifully, and completely. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.